cross over now to Kisii County, where Stephen Leto is standing by. He's been observing the preparations for the final send-off for a veteran politician, Simeon Nyachae. What can you tell us, Leto, about the preparations so far?
Well, Vicky, from Kisii County, happy Valentine's this evening to you. And to Jeff, I've been told by the Gusians here to greet you Bwairire Buya. And that is the greetings in the evening that they normally take here in Kisii County. But it is the eve of the burial ceremony of the late Simeon Nyachae, the former member of parliament for Nyaosia, serving for 15 years. And of course, preparations have been on top gear for the last 1 week, starting from moving the venue from Nyanturago Stadium that even elicited a lot of concerns from the locals to the Kisii Stadium where we are tonight. But of course, there has been a lot of activities in the morning, starting from the Leaf Funeral Home, where the body of the late Simeon Nyachae has been laying since 1st February when he passed on. And of course, the family members, relatives, friends thronging the Leaf Funeral Home in the morning just to, get the body out of the morgue and have it flown all the way to Kisii County. The body of the late Nyachae taken to Wilson Airport, boarded to a police helicopter 5YP-EU and flown all the way to Kisii County. And by the time, or by around 11 a.m., the body of the late Simeon Nyachae landed at Kisii High School in Kisii County, where, of course, several leaders were awaiting to receive the body, and, of course, family members also waiting to have the body escorted to their rural home. And after receiving the body at the Kisii High School, the body was then moved with a police escort all the way up to Nyaosia home, being regarded as the rural home of the late Simeon Nyachae, where, of course, the ceremony or the burial ceremony will be taking place tomorrow. But a lot has been happening after that, because the venue has been, there have been a lot of mop-up of the venue, preparations ahead of tomorrow's, hosting of the funeral service before the body is moved to Nyaosia for a private burial ceremony. And several leaders later on joined the family in, paying their last respect, just trying to condole the family and putting all necessary ahead of tomorrow. Several leaders, of course, led by the governor for Kisii, James Ongwae, and Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i, who, Jeff, happened to be a one-time personal assistant to Simeon Nyachae. And this is what they had to say when they visited the family today. Let's listen in.
So there are a lot of things that this Mzee taught us. Some of us are his children, serious children, in the time, in the broader context of the mentality that's especially the civil service mentality that he instilled in us.
We are trying to accommodate as many people as possible. That is actually why the family graciously agreed to move the venue from Nyantrago to this place, because this is a little bit, wider than Nyantrago.
There you have it, Jeff and Vicky, and there has been a lot of back-to-back briefings from both the security team and the county government team. What we understand is about 10,000 people are expected to be seated in this Kisii Stadium tomorrow by 8 a.m., awaiting the arrival of the body of the late Simeon Nyachae by about 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. when the guests will be also seated. President Uhuru Kenyatta, ODM leader Raila Odinga, and of course Deputy President William Ruto expected to be in this funeral tomorrow. But this comes amid a lot of political heat over the past few days between the Deputy President and his boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta. Already we've surveyed inside the dome tent that has been stationed in the at the midst of the pitch, and we've seen the sitting arrangement that the protocol teams have been able to do the entire day. We have the Deputy President on the right-hand side of the President, the President at the midst, and of of course, we have the two speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate, and then former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i and the Governor for Kisii, who will be the MC for the day. The keen interest, of course, will be the body language between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, that they have been on literally a bare knuckle for the last few days with regard to the president telling off his deputy, saying he needs to quit government if he continues to criticize. We'll see what the speeches will go on tomorrow. But again, Jeff, the very last thing, remember in the neighboring constituency where we are in Bobasi, last week again, there was a scuffle between Ndagoreti North Member of Parliament Simba Arati and South Morgirango Member of Parliament Silvana Zosoro, an ally of Deputy President William Ruto, going on a fist fight over what they term as a disagreement, politically speaking. We'll also be monitoring the political events tomorrow, the political language and the political facial expressions. That is what we have all for you tonight, Jeff and Vicky. And of course, the rains here in Kisii, Jeff, is as always, they will tell you, Mbura ya Tuire. For now, good night, Jeff and Vicky, from Kisii Stadium.
All right, Stephen Leto, thanks so much for your comprehensive coverage. And do join Stephen and the rest of the Citizen team tomorrow for live coverage of the funeral of the former Cabinet Secretary, Simeon Nyachae.